What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. We are sitting at about $465 right now, and my call that we will not go below 460 is making me sweat. I'm sweating a little bit. Can you see it? Can you see? I'm not actually sweating, but if I were, I wouldn't show you, man. Come on now. I mean, if we were cool like that, I don't know. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I really do appreciate everybody for doing that. From the relative low of this overall phase that we're in, this consolidation phase here, to the relative high, we found support right above the 618, which is normally a bullish thing. Tipped the 069, which to me isn't so much a significant thing other than the fact that it shows that we are respecting this fib range. I don't think it's a coincidence that we bounced right off the 618, went all the way up, not right off the 618, just above it, which is actually more bullish than actually touching it, and then tipped the 69, tipping the 0.5. We're below the 382, but all in all, still finding higher lows throughout this range, right? So I think we're fine. I would just really like to see us find support here today. We don't have to close green. We don't, but let's just not go too much lower. You know, we're at 465 now. Let's see. Let's look at the 4 hour and see what it looks like. But on the daily, I can say that the RSI, it looks fine. It's definitely set up to go higher, right? We've got these like higher lows and this higher high, this kind of like channel. But it's also potentially set up to go lower, right? You've got this overall prevailing downtrend. I mean, there's multiple ways to look at it where it could benefit either outcome, right? So let's look at the shorter term time frames and just see. I will say that this 4 hour time frame scares me a little bit. Makes me think my pride is on the line here a little bit more than I thought it was. Now, if we put a line right around where we're at here, right at this low point, we've found support here before just to go lower. Yes, just to go lower. Come on now. Right, like we found support right here, and then up, and then down, lower. Found support here, up, and then down. We didn't go lower that time, actually, so there is hope at least. But we had been overbought or oversold previously. Where here we have not been oversold in a while, right? We haven't been oversold on this chart in a little bit of time. Like really oversold. We bounced off the area a couple times, but we haven't really been oversold in a while. So might we this time? It's certainly looking like we could. This is an area that we've found support time and time again, so I mean we could find support here as well. But all in all, I suppose time is the remaining factor to determine that. Looking at the 4 hour relative fib here from a low to a high, we have broken below the 618 on the, I would say, the second, maybe even third attempt by this chart's standard, right? If we're looking at it on the 4 hour, maybe even the 1 hour, first attempt broke through it all the way down to the 786, but really you actually held it as support. Second time held it as support. Third time broke through it. Generally speaking, the more times you interact with the 618 without breaking through it, the more likely you will hold support on the 786, 886. So being that we're at 465 now, perhaps we do go right down to that 460 area. Perhaps we do go down just a little bit more and then find support. Or perhaps the Dragon Lords themselves are going to spite me and say, he said we're not going below 460. So we're going to go to 455. We're going to go just $5 lower, just a little bit, to prove him wrong, and then inevitably be like, hey, we're going up now. Either way, however we cut it, whether I'm right in assuming that that's the low and we're not going to go lower, whether I'm wrong, either way, we're very near our low, very near. You can look at the price structure itself. To me, it would make sense that if we went a little bit lower, it would be just that, just a little bit lower, and it'll be in no time at all before we know it that we're moving back higher, right? We do have 18 hours and 46 minutes left in this week. Closing it green, I suppose, would be nice, though it's not necessarily a requirement. We're only up 1.7%. Closing red wouldn't really merit a bad look at all. So closing green today, yeah, same. It wouldn't really matter too much. So where was I going to go with this? What was I going to say? There was a point. I'm forgetting what I was going to say. The week only has 18 hours left in it. Oh yeah, perhaps to start off next week we move down a little bit, right? And then we move up. When I say a little bit, I mean it really could just be $5, $4, $3. Move down a little bit. Maybe we do move down $10 from here. Too much lower than that though. Too much lower, and I would think like we're breaking this structure, we'd be going down. We'd be looking for this low or lower targets to come back on the table. And I'm not expecting that. So maybe over the next day to 2 or 3 days we go down, but I would think in no time at all, that's what it was, right? In no time at all, we will be moving back up. And I would think that being that this is our like first interaction, second interaction, third interaction with this line, on the fourth interaction, I would expect that we break out of it. And when we do, this is the same old song and dance I've been singing to you and stepping with you on for the past like 4 or 5 days now, is that we're going to move up to 574, 599, potentially even beyond that, right? We genuinely potentially could move even beyond that, because your measure move of this ascending triangle from that low to like the breakout point would roughly take you all the way up past your 886, right? So this move, just to put it in perspective, it might not stop at $700. We might not stop till we see 800. Whenever this breaks, whenever we break out of this consolidation, this ascending triangle pattern that we're in right now, and I think we are in an ascending triangle personally. I think it makes sense here. I'm going to delete all these fibs. I'm going one by one. When we break out of this and we see this move, that's your measure move. You're not going to move up like this, right? It's not going to be like this. It's not going to be August of this year that you're finally breaking above these highs. That's not. I mean, this could happen, but that's probably not what's going to happen. When you break out of an ascending triangle, when you break out of this pattern, you normally see like a pop up, right? Which is kind of like this, right? If you saw the measure move of this pattern, that would take you all the way up to about $700 from the breakout point. And measure moves are not requirements, right? It's just an idea. You can exceed it, you can fall short of it. It's just an idea, but that is your measure move. Ideally, the measure move is hit on that first like breakout. Even if you consolidate whatever and then inevitably go higher, that's generally your first breakout move. So it could be as early as this month is what I'm getting at, you guys. This month, by the end of this month, even with this little setback over the past few days, which whatever, it's not a big deal. It could still be by the end of this month that we are not just back near this 700 level, but beyond it. And I've got all these lines on here. Beyond it and back at 844 to 1035. No time at all. It seems so bleak, right? Like it's I don't know, man. I think it's funny. I think it's funny in myself, because I notice this in myself, right? Times like this, I'm like, this is where my eyes are, right? And then with just a few days of not even that significant of price, one day where it's less than 4% to the downside, another day following that with 1.6% to the downside, and it's like all that momentum just feels like it's not there, but really it's still building. We're winding this toy up, man, and it's getting ready to fly. It really is. And I think that it'll look like this before you know it, right? In the coming days, weeks, we're going to be like, we're going to see more clearly that this is exactly what it is. Something that's insignificant. It's just a higher low, standard volatility on our way up to the top. So anyways, that's all I got to say. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I think Bitcoin Cash is going to do phenomenal. I'm very tempted, and I'm actually upset, man. I'm upset that I didn't pull the trigger a couple days ago on this, but we're still near the lows, so I actually might buy some more Bitcoin Cash. I think I hope it doesn't move until Monday, because maybe I'll buy some more on Monday. I'll let you guys know when I do. I've got funds ready to go right now on the exchange to buy, but I'm probably not going to buy Bitcoin Cash with it. Though the funds that come in on Monday, I would buy Bitcoin Cash with. We'll see. Remains to be seen. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I might just YOLO it into Jesus coin, but I'll let you guys know one way or another. So hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you. Take care. If I do put it into meme coins, when those meme coins pop, right? Like, here's my thought. Here's the reason why I think anybody puts money into meme coins, right? Here my degen explanation real quick, okay? This one's for smooth operator out there. I hope he degens a little bit, man. As he would put it, you need to drop your IQ down a little bit, okay? You want to make money in crypto, drop your IQ. Just get a little dumb and you'll make more money. It's the dumb things that make money, man. Bitcoin Cash is making us money. It's definitely not dumb. It's the undercover X factor, man. Anyways, it's the Dragon Lord, man. It's the dragon, the King Dragon itself. What was I going to say? I got all distracted. Oh man, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna watch this back and be like, how did you forget what you were gonna say, man? I'm leaving it on the tip of my tongue here. I was talking about how I might buy more Bitcoin Cash on Monday. Oh yeah, right. Okay, there we go. I'm glad I said it out loud. You know, if Bitcoin Cash does this, if it moves up, that's cool. It moves up to 700. I might have to buy it up here if I'm taking profits off my meme coins and rolling it into this. But Bitcoin Cash from 467 up to 700 pales in comparison to the gains that some of these meme coins could see in the same amount of time, right? Like, we're talking like a 2x, a 3x, a 5x, a more x in the same amount of time potentially just to get to here, which isn't even a 2x from the current price. So take those profits, roll it into this. I hope the reason why I'm explaining myself at all right now is because whenever I'm at the end of a Bitcoin Cash video talking about, instead of buying Bitcoin Cash, buying memes, I hope you guys know I do plan on adding more Bitcoin Cash to the stack, man. I do. I absolutely do. One way or another. As long as it's below 500, especially, it's appetizing. But below $1,000, I think it's a good price to get. I mean, really, like, who knows, man? If 20 years from now, we could be like, man, below $100,000 was a great time to buy Bitcoin Cash. You know, you never know. And I think Bitcoin Cash does have the capacity, the capabilities, and the future heading, the future destination of exceeding six figures. I think genuinely, if Bitcoin BTC, if people talk about it so candidly, like BTC could see $1 million price, why can't Bitcoin Cash? Why can't its better, more athletic, more studly brother? Why can't it, man? And that's not even a good comparison. Bitcoin's kind of the frat bro, where Bitcoin Cash is more of the worker in the dark. But I don't know, man. I'm talking too much, so I'll end it there. Hit that like button and subscribe, you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. If it's like late at night, man, don't eat that. Whatever it is, don't do it. Cake, waffles, fries, potato chips, brownies, I don't know, man. Unless they're special brownies. Anyways, take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.